Yo, Big Kish back up in here. Why Drake just cursed out and cried over Kendrick and Travis diss Pusha T. This is a jam-packed video. You would not go on click off this, man. I had to tap into fantastic hip-hop, man. Had to. This is a marvelous breakdown of how Drake is feeling right now, bro. Because you try to go out there, get the streamers, flew out the streamers and all of that. That didn't work out. Top 5 running around, getting poked up, looking crazy. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, this what comes. You got a dark cloud over you, man. You need to pray and repent. Do something. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that situation. But this is a jam-packed video. You're not going to want to click off this before we get into that. Y'all make sure y'all pick y'all up a copy of Street Dad, Geek Dad, Avoiding the Manufactured Mindset, written by me, Big Kish. The link will be in the description for purchase. And I appreciate everybody that's been supporting the channel. Shout out to the Get It Gang. Everybody that's been subscribing, donating to the channel, the Cash App, and all that, man. I appreciate y'all a whole lot. Couldn't been here without y'all, man. Y'all know I don't like holding y'all. Without further ado, let's get it.
Now listen, we have a massive video in store today, and if you are ready to see how from temper tantrums on stage to fail to take away from another GOAT stage to a new album release to stop another new album from reaching the top, well, hip-hop just had one of the biggest days we have seen in so long, for better and for worse. Be sure.
It seemed like everybody running around trying to stop everybody. Like, anybody that's not creating their own music, that don't have no real artistic, real talent, they trying to stop somebody else, man.
Be sure to leave a like and subscribe before we go any further. It helps me out a ton. And as the Drake fans are not liking what I have to say, because I'm just being honest about the biggest loser in hip-hop right now, really make sure to leave that like so all of hip-hop can see what's happening, as now with what just went down. Well, the first thing that stopped the entire rap world was a temper tantrum that Drake threw during his second night at Wireless Festival. And now with Drake's second performance during the biggest set of shows that he has had since the beef. Well, listen, we got no time to waste, because with the amount of ridiculous stuff that Drake tried to pull off here, and then ultimately with the streamers led by Aiden Ross standing and screaming like cheerleaders, and then with all of the ridiculous special guests.
Oh yeah, he's a real glazer. He's a real glazer. I know he a streamer, be on YouTube. He used to be in my TikTok collages a whole lot. Straight up glazer. I don't care what Dot come out with. It's gonna be trash according to him.
Drake was just trying to make this thing feel like a Marvel movie to distract from the fact that there is no substance at the center of it all. Well, really, so much happened here, and what we are seeing is that this really was a course correction compared to what we saw on the first night of these shows, which put people to sleep and made the crowd just so bored and disengaged with Drake's lame old lawsuit love and auto-crooning. And I guess when you compare what happened on night 1 to night 2, well, at the very least for the second show, Drake did bring some energy here, I guess, but now while Drake almost tried to create his version of this moment that Kendrick had at the Super Bowl, and really without Drake thought he was moving, he really did think he was doing something. Well, ultimately he tried to create this, he actually just ended up looking like this, because
that's got to be my thumbnail, boy. That's got to be my thumbnail. It's that 145. Yeah.
Seriously, while Drake tried to embrace being this villain or problem starter and immediately dissed LeBron during Non-Stop and said how I go from 6 to 23 but not LeBron, and said it very loud for everybody to hear clearly this time, and of course after the little tattoo thing we saw the day before at night 1, well, what we can say is that after the attention Drake got for that, it's clear he was trying to lean into this all further. But now with this, while the melting man thought that he was convincing us that he is winning this beef against LeBron, who again should not even be seen as somebody that he is in a real beef with, because he is not in hip-hop, he is just a fan and listener of the things, and he's not actually involved and should follow the same rules that rappers do. Well, of course.
Who's thinking to themselves? Who's sitting down thinking to themselves, I wonder if LeBron's angry that Drake covered his tattoo of him. LeBron has to be upset. Who's thinking that? Nobody, bro. And I seen a podcast, they said, okay, what about whoever he covered LeBron James tattoo with? What about when Drake get angry at that person? What, he gonna cover it then with somebody else? He gonna get angry at them? Like, bro, this dude is, he trying to introduce the world into some ufkery, some bullshit.
Of course, Drake does not care about this, and he'd rather look tough to people who can't even rap than actual people who can get in the booth and destroy him again. And really, with all of this, no matter what Drake does and how intimidating he tries to get to LeBron, as he is walking around with a covered-up version of this grown man with another grown man on his arm now, it doesn't matter that you change it, you still had LeBron James tattooed on your arm, so you can never talk about him. And with this being the first big diss that Drake tried to get across from here, well, he is already 0 for 1. But now after this,
I got 2 T's with me. I'm snatching chains and burning tattoos. Is that what Dot was talking about when he said, I'm burning tattoos? Because you don't deserve to have a Leo tattooed on you, bro. That's disrespectful. Like, who are you, Wheelchair Jimmy? Is burning tattoos what Dot meant when he said, I'm snatching chains and burning tattoos?
Somehow things got worse, and after running through songs that at least had a BPM that would not put anyone straight to sleep with ease just from playing it, well, now for the first time during any Drake show,
and Snatch Change was a callback from when, or a response from when he said, come get the chains out of my, get Pharrell chains. I'm snatching chains and burning tattoos. Y'all let me know and like that. Was that or am I bugging?
In years, it feels like Drake seemingly did get his fans there to do things that he has failed to do during all of his other shows, which was just to actually be fans who were supporting him and who collectively as a crowd just looked like they were a little bit into things, which again is a big step for a guy who had to cancel a tour. And now I guess with Drake actually running through songs that had some sort of energy within the pre-recorded backing track that he walked up and down to, well, between all of this and then bringing out special guests like he is writing for a bad show and is trying to make up for how terrible it is by bringing out familiar faces. Well, with all of this, Drake was finally feeling himself, and he did something that's absolutely crazy for him, which was actually use and speak into the microphone and not just pretend to sing. But now with what Drake did, he went on a little monologue where he was trying to act like he is not the guy who was sent to the Cosmics by Kendrick Lamar, and now specifically what he said was this, and leave a like if you have not already, because I am cringing reading this. 3 different sets, 3 different vibes. You bring another artist who can do this, we can clash right now. And now as Drake was forgetting that clashing for him,
bro, you can't afford to be talking no shit, boy. You cannot afford to talk big boy shit. You got to put in a whole lot of work because the world just seen you fail. The world, Dot just exposed the fakeness in you. Not only Dot, you've been exposing yourself, bro. With these little posts, these little comments, just the way you've been moving overall, you've been exposing yourself, and the jig is up. We hip to it now, boy. You can't afford to talk no big boy shit at all. You're not in that. You're not in. Nah, you're not in that lane to talk nothing. Can't nobody. I put your best up, put your best competitor up, and I'll compete against them. Nah, no, we don't believe you. You need more people.
It means bringing paperwork when you just lose and things get out of control. He started to know that he was hinting to Kendrick Lamar here, and now after Drake stood there and did the opposite of aura farming, well, these fans who are just the sheer opposite and antithesis of what hip-hop has ever stood for, started chanting F Kendrick over and over again, and now with this, well, Drake did not join in or anything like that because he still will not say his name. I guess he at least understands that. To be honest, when you see how cringe what Drake did here is, you almost wish he just straight up said what he is feeling, because ultimately what Drake did here was acknowledge the chants and his disdain for Kendrick by asking good old OVO loser Chubbs to hand him a drink, because he will drink to that. And with this, let's just break down what happened. Drake incited his fans to chant. Drake incited loser Chubbs to hand.
I want to see what the back of that jacket say. Because you know he be trying to copy Kendrick Lamar and do little rabbit holes and stuff. So we got to pay attention to what he throwing out there.
And him a drink because he will drink to that.
So it say 44 Magnum, black. What that say?
And with
Upper Super 44 Magnum Black Hawk. Some corny shit.
This. Let's just break down what happened. Drake incited his fans to chant F Kendrick and then did a toast for how much they all don't like him. Well, first off, as one of the artists in this beef just had a diss track be able to be certified diamond now, and the other is doing toasts on stage about him while avoiding mentioning his name because he still is really scared of him. Who is the one who is dragging out the beef, and who is the one that is still using the very idea of Kendrick Lamar at all times for clout and an opponent?
Bro, it be days I'd be like, hey, look, if you complain about me stopping, the link is in the description. I told y'all, the 15th come, I'm going to be doing a lot of talking because of YouTube's new policy. All right, boom. Damn, what I was about to say? Oh, it be days that I'll be like, bro, I ain't doing no Drake content at all. But we still got to defend this shit. Don't get it twisted. Just because I make a pact with myself not to do no Drake content, I still have to defend this shit. So I'll be like, boom, I ain't doing no Drake content. What comes on my timeline? Drake running his damn mouth again. Drake just did that. He just did this. He tried to stop him. Whoever Drake going against, they got reactors. They got other channels and stuff that's going to defend them. Just like you do. Just like you got Maul. Just like you got Academics. Just like you got SQC. Even now he ain't in it. I'm going to say, who else be glazing Drake? What's the white boy name? I can't think of it. The kick streamer dude. You got him. Dot, Pusha T, got reaction channels. Just and they got journalists and stuff too. And we gonna defend them, bro. We they media, nigga. We they media.
To try and compete against, although he keeps failing and he doesn't actually want to compete against him, but just wants to compete against the idea of. And now what's even crazier is that this chant broke out once again because this is the only thoughts that even go through the entire Drake fan base and OVO, and it's the only things that they can even come up with at this point because they are that creatively broke. And now when the fans doubled down on this, I guess it gave Drake the confidence to double down as well, because then he did another toast where he thought he could diss Kendrick again and said, y'all thought you could knock off the boy for real, and screamed this and then chanted it once again and then went right into Nokia. Which first off, as Drake promised all three of the set lists he was doing to be unique and no songs would repeat because he was that versatile and amazing according to him, well that was a lie because he did Nokia on night one, but seriously. As Drake is now running around and his fan base out here after running away and failing in every single other area he has been to is giving him the confidence to think that he is back on top and that he didn't lose and that he is better than Kendrick Lamar. I mean, what are we doing? And now while obviously Drake still has fans and with all of the delusional people who rep OVO, he has carved out a lane for himself where there are always going to be a large amount of supporters around them, well not for better but for worse. This does not change the fact that
he carved out a lane of miserable people, bro. They all miserable. Told y'all, anybody who associate themselves with Drake, they wind up falling off. Something wind up happening. The Drake curse is real. It's a real thing. Look at them little hour, 45 minutes, 30-minute documentaries. People associate themselves with Drake. Next thing you know, they losing. Serena, she had a tennis match. He there. She lost. Telling you, man.
That you lost to Kendrick Lamar and you have fallen off compared to where you used to be, and when you just see that Drake is talking like this here, and then you remember that this is not Aubrey, but this is Aubrey. If you were taking this seriously, you are trying to pretty much just deceive everybody into a reality that doesn't exist, just like Drake. Because again, it's not like Drake is standing here and doing this and being a rapper who lost and then went away and is now locked in to get better and is now on a comeback trail. But again, this is the guy who has made so many flop moments, and beyond that, what ultimately set him into a place he could never return from was bringing paperwork into a rap beef in a way that nobody ever has before. Well, again, it doesn't matter. Even if Drake delivered a performance that only a prime MJ or Prince ever could, which of course he didn't, none of it would matter in terms of what it means.
Only Drake fans allow him to get away with putting paperwork on another rap artist for losing a battle. Under the guise of, oh no, y'all helped him push this song. Nah, bro. There was other rap beefs that happened, and the song that everybody liked, it did numbers. Look at the Ether joint. Fuck Jay-Z. What? You been on my fuck Jay-Z? Come on, man. Come on, bro. The people like it. The people like it, bro. Ain't nobody tweak no numbers for Nas. Jay being Jay, Jay was big. You know what I'm saying? Pause. Ain't nobody tweak no numbers for Nas. You don't like when people got the popular majority of the people behind them. When the rappers, my fault. You don't like when the rappers that you battling got the most fans behind them and they choose them over you. You been having UMG boost your numbers and give you the bag. Yeah, we'll give Drake anything he wants. Yeah, I remember Lucian Grain said that. We'll give him anything he wants. All he do is have to ask. You so used to that. Now somebody else getting genuine love. You can't stand the sight of that. Because you know you can't get no genuine love off pure talent. You need the bag behind you, boy.
Means for hip-hop, because when you sit in rooms trying to manipulate paperwork to drag out the outcome of you losing everything, but then you are dissing the same guy who you said did these horrible things in said paperwork, but then you are once again trying to act like this is only about music and sport, but again, it is not, because you brought it further than it ever needed to and ever would have went if any other rapper was making the decision. Well, again, and this goes for Drake, OVO, and all of his fans, I don't know how else to say this, but there actually has to be something off with everybody around this camp to even think this way, because how do you lack the self-awareness to this level to just think that maybe if you were bringing paperwork into a rap beef because you lost that bad and you just don't know what to do? Well, how simultaneously are you then trying to take it further? And to be honest, with moments like what we are seeing here, and really with this very set list, this was the first time it did seem like Drake's fans made him more confident and made him actually talk about Kendrick Lamar even more. Well, now, if we are getting to this point where Drake is forgetting that he is Aubrey and he is trying to become Aubrey again as he's the Iceman and just rolls out this entire cringe era where he is trying to center it all around chasing this beef because that's the only thing he can do to get any sort of attention. Well, if he keeps interacting with his fans like this and they just get crazed around trying to get back at Kendrick Lamar and anybody else who they felt were wronged by, I mean, we have seen this same chapter in other stories already, and what we are going to see is that it's going to get to a point where Drake is going to end up mentioning Kendrick Lamar by name, and when that happens, well, listen, I know we are removed from the actual back.
I'm just ready for him to drop them other joints. Remember, they said it was more than 616 in LA, Euphoria, and Not Like Us and Beat the Grams. It was, he had more in stock, bro. He had more diss songs in stock. I'm waiting for him to mention his name.
And forth of the diss tracks, but let's remember, Kendrick has a lot of songs left in stock like he told us on Not Like Us, and I would not be surprised that if Drake really pushed things to a level that he could not ignore, which again, this may just be phase one, but if people like Aiden Ross and Kevin Durant and all these ridiculous fans just keep encouraging this horrible behavior, well again, as Drake is a Hall of Fame level clout chaser, he is gonna do Hall of Fame clout chasing level things. And of course he won't think it through, but he will end up trying to come at Kendrick Lamar again if this is what the fans push him to do, and we know it won't end well. And that's really why with this entire message he is trying to send, and with how
and don't forget, you see the way he walking around that stage? He feeling himself. Do y'all know why he feeling himself right now? Because he just got that BBL. He just got that BBL. He really ain't got to wear them big clothes no more. And he got it for the summertime because he wearing them big clothes in the summers. He gonna be hot. He gonna be hot. But that was the natural way you're supposed to get rid of the all of that gut. But nah, you went and got the V12 machine. You know what I'm saying? You got that. But yeah, he really feeling himself. I think he gonna feel himself to the point his fans are gonna hype him up and he gonna make a mistake and say something he gonna regret. And Doc gonna pop back out.
How he is trying to compete. Ultimately, no matter what, if Drake messes with Kendrick again, the outcome just won't go in Kendrick's way again. But to be quite honest, it's bound to be even worse because Kendrick has only gotten better. And now speaking of what else is going on in hip-hop, well now after
yeah, stay tuned for that. I'm gonna do this. Y'all just stay tuned because I'm gonna react to this too. I'm a little bit past my time, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all let me know, man. He's feeling himself because he got that surgery. He feeling himself. But yeah, he gonna eat he gonna be out with Chubbs. He gonna eat a couple more steaks, and that shit gonna be right back. He ain't gonna work it off. He ain't gonna work it off. He ain't in the gym. He ain't in the gym like that. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Big Kish signing out. I'm going, y'all. But I thought he was gonna mention because he did a joint with Lauryn. He trying to use Lauryn Hill too. Yeah, I'm up here with a GOAT. I'm up here with a legend. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here, bro. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think, man.